or are thinking of writing a book? Show of hands. Awesome. Well, I'm here to tell you that you are no longer allowed to just be an author, giving birth to the expression of your creativity. No. You need to be marketers. You need to be salespeople. You need to be passionate advocates and shameless promoters of your work. And what I'm here today to talk with you about is a 5-step process to not only market that book, but to grow a fan base who will want to buy that book and anything else you have to offer. Now you want to take that information and create an ideal reader profile. This is something that's detailed about who your ideal reader is. Make it as detailed as possible. You want to talk about that person's gender. Do they have kids? How many kids? What do they do for a living? How much money do they make? What do they do in their spare time? What are their hobbies? Get as detailed as possible. And I know for some of you, you're thinking, well, that's kind of counterintuitive. I want everyone to read my book. But the thing is, if you have a clear idea of who you're marketing your book to, it makes the marketing easier. And when your marketing flows and is targeted to your ideal market, you attract your ideal readers. And if there are people out there who need to be reading your book and don't fit that market, believe me, they'll find you. Now, it's really important that you know who your audience is, because in order to market to that audience, you need to know who they are and where they hang out. And there are lots of ways that you can become visible to your audience. So I'm just going to cover the top 4 that I think are the most important. The first is your website. Now, this can be a website that's focused on only your book. So it would be nameofbook.com. And that can work really well if, 1, you have lots of different books that aren't related to each other, or 2, you're doing a special focused launch. Now, if you have a larger business and you already have a website, then a web page in that website that's dedicated to that book will work just as well. The second way is to create an email list. What you want is on your website, you want a little form that says, if you give me your name and email address, I will give you something. It can be a special report, it can be a sample chapter from your book, just something that will be enticing to your audience so that they give you their name and email address, and now you can email to them on a weekly, bi-monthly, monthly basis to keep you top of mind. And the 4th way is what I'm doing today, public speaking. You want to get into places where your readers might be and talk. And what's great is you can get up and talk about your book, and you can hold your book in front of your face so that people attach you to your book to you, and then you can sell your book in the back of the room. And I've mentioned this earlier before. People want to buy from people that they know, like, and trust. And I've actually gotten some arguments with people about what that means. But the thing is, people don't really let go of their money unless they know and like you in some way. Know is getting the word out, getting visibility. Liking is being relatable, and then out of that comes trust. So basically, we've already talked about know. They know you exist. That's the first thing. If they don't know you exist, they can't buy from you. Like doesn't mean they want to be your buddy. Like means they relate to you. They relate to your content. They want your content. They buy your content. So that's what like means. And trust means they basically trust you enough that if they give you their money, you're going to give them value.